What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Team Solemn Circus live video. It's on the left side here. We have Chimera branded Chimera, whatever you want to be calling it. A deck that keeps getting more and more upgraded here. We're seeing us put on the GoPro. Unfortunately, this match did not record on the GoPro, but we did catch it on this camera by accident. So that's pretty nice to see. And on the right side here, we have us playing Unchained. I'm loving this deck, to be honest. I don't know what else to say. I know some people don't really like the deck, but I think the deck is absolutely crazy. It's like a little bit of a combo deck, but it's very mid-range. You know, all your combos really do is like they make the same stuff as well as they play during your opponent's turn. Rage being a crazy card. You guys know I love Link Summoning. I know before this, I like playing on my opponent's turn. I guess I like playing on both people's turns, if that's the way it is. I don't want to just be sitting there waiting and then having like a full long combo. I'm not a big fan of those super long combo decks that break my board type of stuff. I like having one or two monsters and then a set card and then playing it during both turns. I really think that, like, the way that deck is just designed is good for everybody. Like, the Unchained mirror match is fun. Unchained versus Chimera, which also can play during your opponent's turn, is also fun as well. Which is like kind of what I really like about like matchups like this. You know, we're playing our good buddy Sean here. So shout out to Sean. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. We're on the road to 5K here. Hopefully hitting that before the end of the year. We're currently almost sitting at 4,300. So hopefully we'll be smashing that. Only need 700 more. And most of you guys do not subscribe to the video. Most people who watch is like 82% of you guys which are not subscribed. So it doesn't cost anything. Hit that subscription. And then if you guys want to, like the video as well. So let me know what videos you guys want to be seeing more of. But we're going to be diving on in here. We're going to be seeing a die roll. And we believe Unchained is going to be going first here. So we do see a trap and I believe a Chimera in hand. We're going to activate Prod of Prosperity first here. Banishing most likely 3. Our hand does look pretty good, but we could see maybe a tour guide here. We see Ash, Trap, and then the spell. I'm actually thinking of cutting the gates. We're going to add an Ash Blossom here, so our hand's already very good. Having Ash for the interruption during our opponent's turn is very nice as well. We're going to be setting one card here, and then we're going to activate the Arua, popping to summon itself out. Activating the effect here, then we can summon out the copy of Chimera. We can link those away for a Yama, then we're going to be able to actually set a trap as well here. Very standard lines of the combo. They're going to be Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, setting the trap. Setting the escape here. And we have not normal summon, so we could actually go for a Sarama, but probably going for the Chimera. Yeah. We do see a DD Crow in their hand. Fenrir, though, is a problem. I don't like how the Fenrir interacts with the deck. I find that it's like it causes so much pressure, and like so many other decks are playing Fenrir right now. Like we see Chimera playing Fenrir. We saw Solemn playing Fenrir. We saw Rescue Ace playing Fenrir. There's so many decks that even like Lab is playing Fenrir right now. So we're gonna be seeing Chimera pop the trap. And, you know, just summoning out Fenrir puts so much pressure onto the board because you have to like order your interactions correctly. Unless you have a copy of like Valor or Imperm, which tends to be really good a lot of the time as well. You know, you just Imperm it, but then it's go battle phase, and then it kind of like sucks if they already searched it or they have another copy. But we're going to see a set one here, setting the trap, blowing up. And then we do see the Rhino, so Rhino can send the Chimera, or Shima here. Setting the Shima. Then they're going to activate DD Crow on the Shima. That actually is really good because it does create us a problem where we cannot, you know, pop the ad back. It stops the grind game as well. But we will be able to go into a copy here of Rage. And then we're going to pass turn on this. They're going to draw here, and we see a Droll. You know, we have Ash in the hand as well. Showing the camera the Droll that they drew for top deck. Unfortunately, we didn't get that on the GoPro. We're going to be seeing us activate the Coatl here, or them activate the Coatl here, letting them search for a Mirror Swords Knight. And then they will be able to normal summon that out. We do see a Guardian Chimera Fusion in the hand as well. We're going to see a Chimera Fusion activate right off the bat here. Going to be using the Mirror Swords Knight as well as a Gazelle, I believe, to go for a copy of the new fusion from Age of Overlord. It's going to be able to dump as well if they wanted to. But we could Ash this. It also is the mythical beast on the field though, so it will be able to add back the Chimera Fusion if they wanted to. Unless we have a DD Crow here, which I think that we're siding at this point. We are going to be chaining Rage here. And then they're going to be attempting to Coatl negate because it does target. Then we're going to activate the Escape here, targeting the Rage as well as the Fusion. Trying to make it so that we can't chain, or we can't add back the Chimera Fusion here. But they're still going to be able to summon out a Swords Knight here. And then Rage will be able to summon out, or to add back, I guess. And we're going to also chain the Yama here. It's going to be banishing itself to summon. Then we're going to be summoning out the Sarama. Popping the Sarama, we also add back a Shavara here. We're popping it with the Yama here. And that will be able to summon out the copy here of the Abomination. And then we're going to activate the effect here, sending the Shavara. They're going to chain. And we Ash this. Now that's a misplay, because whatever they summon, we will end up popping. So yeah, we definitely misplayed that one. I don't know why we decided to do that, but that is definitely a misplay on our part. Yeah, we could have just popped the big wound they summoned there, get it one out of the hand. But we chose to Ash it. I don't even know why. There's no reason to Ash it. Yeah, that was definitely a huge misplay there. And they're going to activate Branded Opening, which we would have ashed, or we could have kept it for the Aluber here, and then we would have just ashed the Aluber. Huge misplay. They're going to be having Branded Fusion access now, and Branded Fusion is huge. I don't know if they know what the last card in hand is, but we can actually add back the Chimera Fusion now. Or is it while it's in grave or field? I mean, they're either gonna make make Mirror Jade, or they're gonna make Rinbrum here. Both are pretty problematic, though. They're going to activate the Branded Fusion, setting the Albaz as well as the Gazelle. So going for that Rinbrum, which can negate graveyard effects as well. I always forget that. This is when a Link XYZ monster or whatever is activated, just negate the effect and then bounce. Then we're going to see them search for Coatl here. It's crazy how many cards that Chimera like ends up drawing into. Like there's just so many cards that just draws them stuff. Their hand always feels like it's absolutely huge, especially if they're playing like the runic stuff. Then their hand's like always at 5, and it's like absolutely crazy. We're going to see them activate a Chimera Fusion here, going for the copy of Guardian Chimera, which will be able to pop 2 and then draw 1. Another draw. They're going to be popping both the monsters on the field here to attack us for 33. And they have the Rinbrum in the grave, which can summon out the Albaz and then negate, or I guess then send. They're going to pass turn on this. We're going to activate the chamber here. Time to summon. We just can't summon the extra deck one. We have to summon out unless we have a card that we can use to pop it. If we have Savara, summoning out a Sarama. I think we have all 3 big boys in grave, unfortunately, though. This game doesn't look like it's ours. Chaining the Rinbrum here. I wish Sarama was like an on-summon effect. They're going to be linking, or I always say link, but I always mean fusion away for a copy of Lubellion here, but we have no other card to discard, so that's going to be fine. We have the Tour Guide, though. We can activate the effect here, and that's going to let us summon out a copy of Arua, but it doesn't do, or Tour Guide. Doesn't do very much for us. We can, link it to Yama. Then we get to add from the graveyard, adding the Shavara here. Do we have a set? We know we're going to have Arua to summon pop. Then we're going to be able to pop those. Activate the effect of Arua as well as the Yama. And we can summon out Disaster Dog from the graveyard as well if we wanted to. Summoning out the Sarama. And then we can summon out our boy Disaster Dog. My favorite. I love this man. And then Disaster Dog, it can't go into a Fiend because we are Fiend locked. Or it can't go into a Warrior because we are Fiend locked, but it can go into a copy of Rage if we wanted to. Activate the effect here, targeting the Chimera, then we're going to be linking away with it. We cannot go for SP here. We are currently locked into Fiends while Shavara is on the field. Yeah, we can't do that. But SP is trying to banish the fusion. They just chain the fusion. To summon back the Coatl. And then we're going to be seeing the Aluber here coming out to negate. They're going to link away into Anguish. I think this is when we realize that we can't go into it because we are fiend locked. Yeah, okay, so we are repairing the game state here. We are going to activate the Disaster Dog. We're going to be linking away here. Still, it is a legal activation. Going for the Rage. Then we're going to be still summoning with the Aluber, negating with the Sarama. Then we can link, or linking those into Anguish here, activating the effect of the Savara, which can set the escape. I believe both chambers have a new. We can't set Abomination. No, we can't. What are we doing? No, you can't do that. It's an Abomination prison. Yeah, setting the escape. That is 100% legal here. Then we can go Anguish effect into Lubellion. Let's go for the copy of SP. What are we doing? Now, you definitely go for Abomination here. Ay, ay, ay. This gameplay is a mess. Then we're going to be banishing SP with we're going to be banishing SP with SP's effect, summoning with the Aluber. Then it's going to come back here. Yeah, that was definitely not the play. You definitely go into the Abomination, and then Abomination go battle phase, and then Shavara pop, and then Shavara summon. Yeah, we also could have gone for that too. We saw the Fiend Typhon there. We should have summoned that as well using the Sarama, but definitely some misplays there. Yeah, Abomination would have been able to beat over and then pop. That would have been so much better. So we would have had double pop here essentially, because then we could have we go battle phase, attack over it, and then end phase you don't pop, but then we can just go whenever we need to. We can go escape, pop the card on field, and then Abomination would pop the second card on field, which is very nice, but definitely, I guess, just misplay. But they have branded fusion for a top deck. Now, talking about a top deck. But whatever they just summoned here, we could have just popped, so it really wouldn't have mattered. If we would have done the correct play, it was summoning out the Abomination, but we chose to not do that for some reason, and chose to want to go into an illegal SP. This game's a mess. Sending the Hex Seal as well as the Albaz. So we are going to try going into a Dragoons here with the Albion. Then we're going to be chaining to pop and then banish. Okay, so SP banish and then chain escape. Now they can just put back and then summon out essentially here. Yeah, Mirror Jade. And then we're getting absolutely screwed, because Mirror Jade is so oppressive versus us. We just scoop it up there. Yeah, I was going to say, there's definitely no way. We have no Shavaras in deck. We've already burned through 2 tour guides. Mirror Jade will just destroy our board completely. But yeah, definitely a misplay there. We should have summoned out the Abomination. It wouldn't have done very much. You know, it would have been able to pop I guess like that Quaddle wouldn't be there. Branded Fusion is still a crazy top deck, but we'd be able to pop the. I guess we don't even pop the Albion. We just summon it. We'll hope they summon out the Mirror Jade there. Then we're gonna blow up the Mirror Jade, but it doesn't really matter because I mean we don't have Shyama. Actually, what are we even left on? We have like no more. We maybe had multiple Aruas in deck, but still, we probably wouldn't be drawing anything nice. It's kind of like it's a hard matchup with Chimera because if they have like enough engine or enough of the Albaz stuff, and they're starting able to banish your things, and like we saw with the DD Crow, banishing the Unchained cards is so underrated. I don't know why people like don't play DD Crow more. You know, you're able to hit like, I mean, I guess get versus like Rescue Ace, it's kind of mid because they can just summon whatever back with Preventer, or you know having HQ being able to shuffle back and stuff does hurt as well. But if you're able to time it correctly so that Preventer can either summon or Turbulence can't summon, it's pretty crazy. Like DD Crow is such a nice card this format that people aren't playing, and it just feels extremely underrated. Especially like even when we're looking at like next format, or like the Centurion cards coming out and a bunch of other new stuff. Skullmeister is pretty crazy like too. Like we need like a Skullmeister like effect or something that stops setting from the deck as well. We're going to be seeing Unchained start off here with a normal summon of a tour guide. Summoning out the Rhino here. Going into the Yama 1, Rhino 2. Sending the copy of Shavara, and then we're going to be also adding the Arua here. Shavara's going to be setting the trap. You can see a bell in the hand, I think another crow too. And an evenly activate Arua, pop the trap, summon the trap. And he's reading the trap because he wants to see if they can activate from the graveyard as well. Summon it from the graveyard. None of the monsters do that. Only Disaster Dog does it. And I don't think you can bell this because we are setting we're setting a trap. Then we're going to be summoning out the Shyama from the hand, and the effect here is going to be blowing itself up, activating the effect there, summoning out the red dog, and we're going to be linking the blue and the Yama away for the rage, and we're going to get hit with the bell trying to bring it back, unfortunately. Unless you just DD Crow this on site, that could also be a possibility there. They're going to activate the effect, hitting us with the bell. I mean, they could have DD Crowed it on summon. Or maybe that's... No, it's definitely a DD Crow. It's Quaddle, DD Crow, evenly, Branded Fusion. Talk about a stacked hand. Then we're going to be popping, summoning out here. The Chamber, we're also getting Rakea. Now we're going to be going for the DDD here. And passing turn on this. So still having a little bit of board, as well as, you know, having a board enough to go through the evenly matched. But they also draw into Call of the Grave, which is busted. They're going to go battle phase, and we show Seos evenly matched. We're going to activate evenly matched here. And we're going to be targeting with the Rage as well as the Rakea. Rakea could also then pop. We're going to be seeing Rakea target the escape there. So we just banished nothing, essentially. And then we're going to be seeing the Rage. Going to be targeting the copy here of Shavara. And then we're going to be chaining the Yama here to summon out from the graveyard. And they could call by the Grave Us here and target the Rage to negate it completely, and then they can't add back or summon. I'm going to see them call by the Grave and then DD Crow the Rakea. So we still got to summon out here. Interesting choice. I mean, I don't really know why you would do that for a Rakea, but that's fine. We saw Brand Fusion in the hand as well as in a Quaddle. We're just going to scoop it up there. I mean, yeah, I think that if you just call by the Graved, the Rage, it forces us to summon out, like, a very, like, a suboptimal card. So, I mean, we still have the Caesar on the field, which is very nice. I mean, being able to play through the evenly matched is kind of crazy. I think they already had, like, Caesar and then Brand Fusion. We just negate Brand Fusion. We're in a good spot regardless because we have 2 negates. I mean, yeah, because then they just go Coatl effect, search Mirror Swords Knight, normal Mirror Swords Knight, activate effect, we just Caesar it, and they go Brand Fusion, we Caesar it, and that is that. So, yeah, they were losing regardless in that situation there. But, I mean, Caesar is such a crazy card. Then you have Shima as well. If you definitely just call by the Grave of the Rage there, and then this you don't worry about the rest of it, because then we just lose a Rage effect to add back, as well as you lose like the best target for the Yama. But Yama would still be able to like summon Pop if we needed to, or like just summon out the Sarama and just let it sit there. And then like following turn we can end up like setting up a trap, popping a trap, or popping an overdrawn hand. While having lots of options is going to be absolutely crazy. Like Yama itself is a crazy card, so maybe you actually just crow that first, and then just Call of the Grave, the Rage. We're going to be seeing the Chimera player going to be most likely choosing to go first here in the game 3. We're going to be seeing a special summon out of Fenrir. Now, Fenrir is actually not that scary going first. It's going second. Its abilities to break boards is just unprecedented. So we're going to be seeing a Branded Fusion going to be activated here, dumping Albaz as well as a copy of the Hexial. Going for the Albion, threatening the copy of the Dragoon here. We're going to be veiling the copy of Albion here. They're going to activate Chimera Fusion, going for the copy of the Chimera here by going with the Coatl as well as the Gazelle. We get to search and dumping the red Resonator here because we are getting immediately close to time. They're going to add back, and they're going to be normal summoning out here, and there's going to be passing turn here, and they're going to activate the effect of Mirror Swords Knight. I believe time does get called here, and I don't think we have they're going to go Big Wing. I don't think we have the DDD stuff left in our extra deck in our deck right now. I believe we most likely sided it out because we are planning to go second here, and going second, the engine's just not that great. It is an easy Zeus line, but a lot of the time they will be having like another monster like Fenrir on the field, or a way to pop it, and so like not a lot of times there'll be 2 effects that can pop. So we are going to be seeing game 3 going into a tie here, unless they can summon out the red Resonator, but I don't think that they can. They're talking about what they should have done the previous turn to get red Resonator onto the field there. So we'll be seeing a tie here. Hopefully I enjoyed the video. I know a little bit of a scuff, but this also is a learning experience there. We're going to be activating the Prosperity, seeing if we could top deck into something that would burn. I don't believe we will. If I do recall correctly, like, oh yeah. And then we see a Imperm Abomination, and that's just going to be game there. So we do see a tie there. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know there's a little bit of scuff on both sides here. But if you did enjoy, leave a like, and as well as subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.